Shola Animashaun is a multi-award winning visual storyteller, a speaker, educator, and author. Is a professional photographer, cinematographer, specializing in editorial, documentary, commercial photography, and video production. All right, thank you, Shola Animashaun, for getting on board tonight. All right, where do I start from? If I'm just want to start off this, where do I start from in the journey of converting my talent into a lifetime income? Is there a process to it? Is there a path to follow? Is there a roadmap to follow? Over to you, sir. Take it away.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much for having me, everybody. Thank you for being here. I've actually been waiting an hour or like 30 minutes before my session, you people. Anyway, so let's get started. Now, you asked if there's a process to you converting your talents into money, right? Now, yes, I would say yes, that there is a process. But then, this is how I think people should go about it. You have to list the talent that you have. You understand? It's very important that you list the talent that you have so that you can know which to focus on. Now, if you list the talent that you have, then that helps you to focus and monetize. So, for example, now, if one of the talent, oh, by the way, what is talent? Now, people get talent and skill mixed together a lot. Now, talent is what you are naturally born with. You understand? Now, talent is what you're naturally born with, that even if you don't go for training, it is inborn. They give birth to you with it. Now, skill is what you learn over time via dint of hard work. You understand? So you can monetize your talent and you can monetize your skill. Now, the first thing I said is that take a list of the talent you have, or maybe the skill that you have. Now, if you list the talent that you have, you can now focus on the talent that you have. Now, to monetize your talent or your skill, one of the things that you need to do is to identify problems. But let's not call it problems. Let's call it pain points. So, for instance, let me simplify it. So, for instance, you're in a bus or you're in your car and you're very thirsty and you're in a hold-up or traffic for, let's say, 2 hours, and you're so thirsty, and someone was passing, selling a bottle of water. Because of your thirst, the problem is that you have a thirst. You understand? You want to reach out and buy something to quench your thirst. Now, the person selling water or the drink, you understand, is providing a solution for your own need. So when you list your talents, you focus on the talent that you have or the skill that you have, and you look for solution. No, you look for people's pain points. When you look for people's pain points, then you prefer solution. Now, when you prefer solution to people, then people count the money that you're requested and pay for you. So let's imagine that normally you will buy a bottle of water for, let's say, 50 naira, or right now maybe 80 naira or 100 naira. But because you're thirsty and it is in the traffic, if they call the bottle of water 200, you may decide that it is expensive. But then after all, if you're so thirsty, what is 200 naira compared to the thirst that you need to quench? You understand? So you have to list your talents or your skill. You have to focus on them, the one that you're naturally good at. You understand? You have to find a pain point. You have to prefer a solution. Then you will make money. So that is the process that I believe can convert your talent or your skill to cha-ching, which is money making anyway. I hope that answers your question.
Awesome. So how do we package and monetize a talent? How do I monetize my talent as a product or a service to a local and global market? How do I go about that? I don't know if you understand the question.
Yes, I do. So to package your skill and your talents either locally or for global audience, I think one of the first things you need to do is identify and understand that you have something that is worth of value. You understand? Now, so let's imagine that you need a car right now. You understand that you need a car to move from point A to point B. Now, you have to decide if you want to buy a luxury car or just a basic car that is cheap. You understand? So the first thing I will advise is that identify, then understand that the skill or the talent you have is worth something in exchange. You understand? If you identify your skill, so for example now, I'm a visual storyteller. If I simplify it, that means I tell entrepreneur story or corporate brand story, you understand, in such a way that it communicates to their audience. And when I do that, people pay me. Now, the solution I'm providing is that let me simplify it. I'm creating images. I'm creating pictures, I'm creating videos that will communicate what the clients want to sell, that will communicate the solution the clients provide. Now, I bill the clients for doing this. Now, in exchange, they pay me. Now, I have gotten clients within the country, which is local, and out of the country, which is global. Now, if you identify the skill that you have and how good they are, you understand, then you can shout it on housetops that, hey, guess what? I provide a solution, and the kind of solution that I provide is image branding, or you know what, communicating the talents that you have or the skill that you have to your audience. You understand? So you have to identify. Now, apart from you identifying, you have to understand, like I said, that you are gifted. And when you're skilled,
Yes.
you can always get paid for that. Then another thing that I would advise you do is to find a mentor or someone that had been good in packaging his or her own skills, someone that had done that before, you know, someone that had done. So this is what I describe mentor as. A mentor is someone that had failed as many times as possible than you have dared to try. You understand? If you find a mentor that is successful in what you want to be successful in, there's a tendency that the person had failed over and over. And when you find that mentor, the mentor can guide you and tell you that, oh, if you want to make money within Nigeria with this is how to do this. You understand? So one of the things I do, you understand, to package my own skill or to make money from the skill that I have locally is that I teach. You understand? I teach. And how do I do this? You understand? I advertise the skill that I have, that come. I teach people, and when I teach you, you understand, this is what you get at the end of the day. Now, you need to understand your unique selling point. Now, my own unique selling point for the academy that I run is this. If you don't have, so one of our mantra is shorten your learning curve. Now, you know that you want to shorten your learning curve. Now, naturally, what we will teach you if you're a beginner at our own academy will probably jumpstart your career 2 to 3 years. Now, some of the things that I do at the academy is that all of the skills I've gathered over 10 years, I will teach you that within 4 weeks, and that jumpstart your career. Now, what makes it particularly unique is the fact that I will help you with portfolio building. Now, that is my own unique selling point. Now, I don't just tell you that. I will show you students that have been to our academy and places that they've gone with me. You understand? Assignment that they are done. You understand? So when you package this together and you present it on your own platform, that come, if you learn with me, apart from the fact that you're a rookie and people will probably not give you audience, when you learn from me and you mention my name that you learn from, people will be like, oh wow, you learned from Shola Animashaun. So what is unique about that? Then when you tell them that within 4 weeks you've been able to join me for 1 assignment or 3 assignments. I have a student that just joined us about a month ago, and this student are joining me on 9 projects. Now imagine the caliber or the quality of portfolio it will be, because I happen to be his mentor. Now he had joined me for a concert in a hotel. You understand, a commercial that I did for one of the top 20 brands in Nigeria. And he was there. He was seeing how I was communicating to clients. Now, you need a mentor to guide you. You understand? Now, because I failed several times, the way I'm communicating to my own clients, he would just come in and see. Now, when I'm negotiating with my clients as well, he's seeing I am negotiating. Now, this is a rookie that had not done this before. So when he picks all of this up and is talking to his own client, he will pick up from where I stopped, and he will be able to communicate that to the client, and he can do that whether locally and globally. Now, to do this globally, you need a platform. So let's imagine that you have identified your skill, you know what your skills are worth, and you are not showing up, or you are not sharing on your own platform. Nobody will know you. Why did I say this? Out of sight is out of mind. Just like the earlier speaker said, show up. You need to show up. So for example, now, if you have a meeting, so let's imagine that I have a 10 o'clock meeting on the island. I stay on the mainland. I will leave mainland I will leave Ikeja by 6:30 so that I can get there maybe 2 hours or 3 hours before. I don't mind waiting 30 minutes to the time, then I'll now call the client. You need to show up, whether on your own social media platform or on your own platform. So what are your platforms? Let me start with what you have. You have a phone already. So if you have a phone already, there's a tendency that you have WhatsApp. What are the skills that you have? Are you sharing them on your WhatsApp story? So averagely, if I share things on my WhatsApp story in a day, I have about maybe 300 views. Now, this means 300 people in the comfort of their home. They are checking out what I'm doing. So it looks as if I'm doing a presentation to 300 people a day. Now, let's imagine that out of those 300 people, 2 or 3 patronizes me within 3 weeks. And let's imagine that I just charge maybe $400, or $400 is like 200,000. Now, 200,000 times 3, that is 600,000 without doing any advert. Now, you have WhatsApp story, you have Facebook story, you have Instagram story, you have YouTube story. Yes, you have all of that. Then you have the main post. Now, the things that you have, the skills that you have, if you share them consistently, over time, you will have clients getting in touch with you. Recently, I did an assignment for an international brand called iFarm. It's a German brand, and they have branches in 187 countries. You understand? Because I'm always showing up on my own social media platform. So you need to show up. If you don't show up and you're not consistent, you understand, nobody will refer you. Now, this German company got to hear about me because of referral, because I showed up doing a documentary. Now, there was a discussion in a particular group on WhatsApp, and they were like, oh, who can do a good documentary for us in Nigeria? And someone said, oh, I know this guy. He had done documentaries that are related to agriculture. And you know what? They communicated to me. And at the end of the communication, I got paid in thousands of euro. You understand? Because I showed up. You understand? So you must consistently show up as well. I hope that answers your question.
Wow, 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 wow. I was just like, this is so much value out there, so much value. So what are some of the strategies I can implement, or anyone can implement, to create recurring income using my talent? Let me say that again. What are some strategies that you share? I know you share a whole lot. All right, but I know this is just a straight question. What are some of the strategies based on your experience and your own journey that anyone or I can implement to create recurring income using my talent? Over to you.
Okay, so there's nothing new on the planet. You understand? Whatever it is that you're doing, someone had done it before. Now, the fact that someone had done it before does not mean you can't do it differently. Now, so if someone had done it before, look for what the person had not done. Now, I'm not the first person to start photography training in Nigeria. You understand? I've seen people that have started before me now, and I saw what they did wrong. You understand? Now, one thing I did was that I found a solution that I can add to it. Now, so look for what someone had done before that they're making money from. Look for your own unique way that you can add. So let's imagine that the person is offering okay, so let me simplify. So let's imagine that Aboki is selling suya. You understand? After you buy the suya, you probably want something to cool it down. You understand? So when you buy suya, immediately you finish buying your suya, Aboki will probably tell you that, oh, I have cold water or drinks. Would you want to buy that? And it goes with it. You understand? So look for what someone had done. Look for what is unique that you can add to what someone else had done. You understand? And present it as a service. You understand? That way, because your own service is a little different, you understand, people will come in and patronize you. Now, you need to find one thing that makes you different. So I will refer to my photography learning platform, which is SA Photo Academy. Now, I looked at what photographers were doing, and I looked at when I started my photography. One of the things that I did not find was a mentor that was really interested in me. You understand? I needed a mentor that will show me what I need to do, and someone that will instruct me in the things I should not do, so that I don't waste my time, I focus, and I achieve, and I move ahead. You understand? Now, how am I able to do that? Because I failed several times, and I know what obtains in the industry, and because I constantly study what is happening abroad. I'm a member of Professional Photographers of America, so I'm aware of some of the things that happen abroad. You understand? So when I started my photography training, I incorporated what they were doing abroad into my own training. Then I found my own unique selling proposition. I love teaching. You understand? And one of the things I told myself is that if I can turn back the hand of time, what would I have wanted? One thing I wanted, if I can turn back the hand of time, is that I want a mentor that will show me the road to go and help me build a portfolio. Now, what is a portfolio? A portfolio is a body of work that when you show people, they don't have to ask you a question again. So at this stage of my life, if you ask me for my portfolio, you're making a mistake, because the things that I will show you, you will probably not want to call someone else. You understand? But then at the end of the day, it depends on your disposable income. So let's imagine that I'm just starting. People don't give rookies opportunities. They don't want to listen to them, because when I was a rookie, people priced me down because I don't have a sterling portfolio. You understand? So in order to have recurring business, you understand, you must have a portfolio that speaks volume. Now, I'm not telling you to go and have 500 kind of portfolio, you understand, or 30 portfolio. You need to have quality portfolio in such a way that by the time you show a client that believes that you can do the job, by the time you show them your portfolio, the next thing will be like, oh, wow, can we even afford you? These works are amazing. It's better you hear the word amazing, can we afford you, than like, no, this is not what you're looking at. This is a drop quality. We need something upgraded than this. No, you need a portfolio that if they give you an opportunity to present your portfolio, they'll be like, oh, wow, how long have you started doing photography? Now, imagine if a client asks you, how long have you been doing photography? And you're like, I started 3 weeks ago. And they're like, you started 3 weeks ago and you have this portfolio. Oh my God. Wow. Can we engage you? Now, because of that reason, you get constant business. I've been working back to back for the past 5 days. And if you see my face, I have bags. You understand? And it's because when clients saw some of the stuff that I did, they were making noise. And while they were excited, I'm like, oh, can you refer me to your clients? I mean, to some of your friends. And they were referrals. So when they were referrals and clients showed them, oh, this was what he did for me. Oh, can you replicate the same? They didn't say do something different. They were like, replicate. So in the process of you replicating what others have done, add some other flavor. There's a book that I will recommend here. There's a book called Still Like an Artist. Just read that book. You understand? And you'll be able to add some other things to it. I hope that answers your question.
Wow. Yeah, more of a teacher than a photographer tonight. Thank you so much, Shola and Animashaun, for being on this conversation tonight.